I'm Erin Jackson from Jackson LLP Healthcare Lawyers. I am on stay-at-home orders in Illinois, just like about a third of the country, maybe more at this point. And one of the questions I'm hearing a lot from my clients is, can I initiate a new patient relationship over telemedicine? And the states in which most of our clients are from right now is Illinois and New York. So I'm speaking exclusively to those, but this is also the case in different states. You can initiate a client relationship, a new patient relationship over telemedicine. That is not a change in light of COVID. That is the way it's been for a while. However, you can't always do this. The same rules and standards apply that have always applied, and that is if someone is a candidate for inpatient care, if they need in-person attention, a physical exam, something like that, it's not appropriate to initiate a relationship with them over telemedicine. So that might mean cutting short an initial consultation conducted over telehealth and saying, you know what, I think you need to either come in person to see me, go to your nearest urgent care, see this specialist, or go get blood work drawn. Just because we're in the midst of a pandemic doesn't mean that everything is appropriate for telehealth care. For example, if a patient for gynecology practice, if a patient is experiencing unexplained bleeding or pain or something like that, talking it through with her on telehealth just likely isn't going to do the trick. It's more likely that as a gynecologist or CNM or something like that, you're going to need to do an in-person exam, potentially to rule out things like an IUD that's out of place or some sort of sexually transmitted disease or something else. So this isn't an opportunity to say, whoa, I'm going to see all my patients from the comfort of my home now. I'm going to sit here in a sweater. I'm going to drink my coffee, and I'm going to just conduct my practice from here, from this point forward. That's not what it's permitting. It is intended to be a tool for patients who do not need to see you in person. It's particularly useful in behavioral health. It's also very useful in other specialties, but you can't conduct all new patient consultations online. For patients who are complaining things like back pain, who are recovering from a stroke, things like this, initial physical therapy consultations, for example, shouldn't be done online. These require you to put hands on the patient to really, truly evaluate the patient. And that can be tricky amidst a situation like this. And that's something that we've been helping walk some of our clients through. But it's really important not to be lured into the potential simplicity of telemedicine visits. And think that the existence of the pandemic allows you to do things via telemedicine that previously you really wouldn't have been okay doing via telemedicine. Your standard of care applies, and aside from all the legal stuff, your patients trust you, and you're wearing a white coat, whether you actually wear a white coat or not, really signifies to patients that you know what you're doing. And if you conduct a visit with them via telehealth, they expect that that's a sufficient way to have a visit with you. So if they're not getting the best possible treatment, the highest quality that you would have offered in clinic, it's really important to acknowledge the limitations and to encourage an inpatient or in-person visit at the soonest possible opportunity. Assessing the benefit versus risk, but really ensuring that you're maintaining the trust of your patients and that you're being honest with yourself and your patients about the true limitations of this technology, because it's not the same. And this is a ground that we're all forging together, but it's not the same. And it's important that your patients know that and that they understand the limitations, and that that's communicated to your clinical staff and your employees as well. Any questions, reach out.